inside my skin. Will it ever beat again, or just go on bleeding till it's empty, till I fill it up again? Shiny pieces underneath my feet. Shiny pieces all over. There's a far-off feeling I can't shake it. Hold it in my hands, but I might break it. Shiny pieces all around me, breaking like the waves down on the coastline, breaking like the wine-stained glass that held my drink, breaking like the heart that's stuck inside my skin. Come on, fill it up again, fill it up again, fill it up again.
For those of you still with us, we have more music from I'm With Her.
This is Game to Lose.
Tell it to me, spit it out. If you push me, I'll just get up. But tell it to me. Keep it coming, I'm on the ropes. But I got something that you can't see. Keep it coming. There's always another corner. Makes me wonder how much longer is it gonna be before I get where I'm going, get what I need. You gotta give to get, you gotta be game to lose.
SEAL Team returns new at a special time. CBS Wednesday, 10/9 Central.
Sculpting healthy teeth and creating beautiful smiles are our goals. At the Dental Implant Center of Northeast Kansas, our treatment is comprehensive, from thorough care planning through the final reconstruction. Using the latest technology, latest equipment, and advanced techniques, we are able to treat even the most difficult cases. Our plan is to achieve both beauty and function in a patient-friendly environment. Call the Dental Implant Center of Northeast Kansas at 1-888-589-8100.
Huge savings on all our top brands going on now at Vanderbilt's. Save $20 on Wolverine floor-hand waterproof boots, now $79.99. Classic Wellington work boots by Wolverine feature waterproof full-grain leather. Your choice, $79.99. Get adventurous with great new styles on Merrell hiking boots, starting at $99.99. Great price on comfortable Key Dungaree jeans, only $12.99.
Your work boots center, Vanderbilt.
Congratulations to the Brew Bank, the 2018 Top Tank winner.
You're watching 13 News, Kansas News Leader.
Good morning and welcome into 13 News. I'm Erica Hall. Well, it's still pretty slushy out there right now. Peyton Sanders in the Weather Center. Are roads going to be an issue for folks later this morning?
Hi, Erica. Well, we do have some freezing drizzle for areas near the Nebraska border this morning. So the farther north you go, north of I-70, that's where there might be some slick spots this morning. Otherwise, most of us should be fine heading into this afternoon as our temperatures do begin to warm above freezing. Here's the latest winter weather advisory in effect for the counties shaded in purple. This is until 3 o'clock this afternoon. If you live in these areas, you have the best chance to see some freezing drizzle as we move on throughout the day today. Farther south, we will be above freezing. We'll have some just regular drizzle this morning, but there's a batch of some rain showers that will begin to head this way out from Oklahoma. As we move on through the rest of the morning, you can see some showers and thunderstorms just about to move through Oklahoma City right now. Not expecting any thunderstorms here today, but at least some of this moisture in the form of rain could be working its way into the area over the next several hours. A foggy, drizzly start to the morning. Here's the view from the top of the Jayhawk Tower in Topeka. We are above freezing, so I don't have that concern for freezing drizzle here in the capital city. We should just, again, be looking at drizzle and rain here throughout the day. 35 right now across the rest of northeast Kansas. You run into the colder air farther north, low 30s, 27 in Concordia, and we will stay pretty chilly today. High temperatures will only climb a few degrees into the upper 30s to around 40. So with the freezing drizzle and some of the rain showers in the area, it's a yellow car on the People's Insurance Group Road Risk Index. We'll see what we have in store for the second half of the weekend. That's coming up a little bit later.
All right, thanks, Peyton. 2 people are in critical condition following a head-on collision in southeast Topeka. Topeka police say a westbound Ford Fusion trying to turn into a business parking lot collided with an oncoming Pontiac G6. The impact pushed the G6 into a power pole, leaving about 100 customers in the area in the dark. The driver and passenger in the Pontiac were taken to the hospital in critical condition. The Fusion's driver was treated at the scene. Southeast 6th was closed near Teft while crews worked on cleanup and repairs. Area schools constantly update efforts to keep students safe. A new device from a Wisconsin teen could be one upgrade. I checked out that device and looked into safeguards already in place. Justin Rivard is shining new light on his door security device in the wake of last week's shooting at a Florida high school that killed 17 people.
You can lock a door and think that you're safe, but you never know what's on the other side of the door or what kind of tools they have, and you can definitely blast out a lock, and it doesn't take very much to do so.
Topeka Public Schools Police Chief Ron Brown says the just-in-case device is worth a look.
And we're happy to buy things that we believe that will enhance the safety of the schools. And there are new products coming out all the time.
USD 501 has dedicated $42 million to security upgrades in the last 5 years alone.
Keyless entry into the buildings, bullet-resistant glass, lighting systems. We even looked at, for example, Bishop Elementary, and we actually closed the school as a school because we couldn't secure it properly.
Still to come, though, improvements to their Crime Stoppers app.
What our intent is to put an app on all of our Chromebooks so that when a student believes they have information, they can report that anonymously, and as a result of that, allow us to investigate any potential threat.
Rivard sees the device moving beyond classrooms.
Hospitals, colleges, and their dorm rooms, anything that has these standard metal door frames.
Brown says one concern with the door lock is someone would still need to approach the door and take the time to set it up. He plans to meet soon with Topeka Police Chief Bill Cochran to review their communication plans during an active shooter situation. Salina authorities say a scared elementary school student brought a gun and knife to school after seeing a threatening post on Facebook. School officials said the Stewart Elementary student meant no harm to anyone. The weapons were immediately secured and the student taken off the property. School district officials say the student was frightened over a Facebook post threatening a school with the initials SHS. Investigators determined the threat was directed towards a school in Ohio. An indictment was filed against a man accused in a shooting that killed a man and seriously injured the man's father. Court records show Shawnee County prosecutors filed a motion yesterday to move forward on an indictment against John Towner Jr. He currently has a March 6th hearing on a criminal complaint charging him with 2 counts of aggravated battery. District Attorney Mike Kage declined to tell us what charges the indictment contains. But he previously said he would review records before deciding whether to upgrade the charges in light of the death of John Austin Jr. The 34-year-old and his father, John Austin Sr., were shot January 22nd in the 2000 block of South Kansas Avenue. Towner Jr. died February 15th. His funeral is 2 p.m. Sunday at Bowser Johnson Funeral Chapel at 723 Southwest 6th. A visitation begins at 1. Prosecutors filed formal charges on Friday against 3 men and a teen over a fatal shooting and armed robbery a week ago. Tyrone Baguette was shot and killed when suspects broke into his home at 3500 Southeast Girard. Police say the same group held up a Daylight Donuts on 21st Street about a half hour earlier. Aaron Kurtdahl, Elijah Perry, and Dion Troop are charged with first-degree murder, aggravated robbery, and aggravated burglary. 17-year-old Wisdom Curls faces the same charges in juvenile court. U.S. Attorney General Jeff Sessions announced a major federal crackdown on scams targeting the elderly this week, and Kansans were among the victims. 13 Cecilia Jenkins talked to the Kansas AG about it.
More than 1 million seniors nationwide have fallen victim to scams.
You hear about one scam, they've already evolved and changed it to where it's similar, but it's not the exact same.
Susan Harris with the Jayhawk Agency on Aging says scammers impersonate the IRS, credit card companies, and other agencies to get your personal information.
Anytime any entity is calling you that you didn't make contact to first, and claiming to be from your credit card company, from, whatever company, beware.
Well, we see the same things repackaged and resold over and over again.
Attorney General Derek Schmidt says Kansans have lost millions to these crooks.
The state-only recoveries that we were talking about were about $37 million. So a lot of money.
As president of the National Association of Attorneys General, Schmidt created a national effort among his counterparts to combat the financial abuse.
We'll bring together experts as well as state officials, enforcement officials from around the country to compare notes and hopefully come out with everybody a little better position to protect their citizens from these sorts of ripoffs.
Schmidt says the scams will only continue if nothing is done.
But as a whole, people over 65 have more wealth today than ever before in the history of the world, not just of the country. And that's a giant target.
A few tips to avoid scams: never give personal information out over the phone, never pay money to receive sweepstakes. And if you are a victim of a scam, visit inyourcornerkansas.org for help. Coming up next, find out which kiddos are in our Wendy's 13 News Birthday Club. Stay tuned.
You're watching 13 News This Morning, Saturday edition with Erica Hall. 13 News, Kansas News Leader.
Have a great day.
You ready, babe?
Yep.
How do you become the most trusted brand of SUVs?
We've got room.
You make it for those who are running a bit late, run into a little trouble, or might just be running low.
Alexa, tell Starbucks to start my usual order.
That's Ford, and that's how you become the most trusted brand of SUVs. Get $3,500 cash back or lease a 2018 Escape for just $239 a month, only at your Midwest Ford dealers.
The littlest things, the simple things, make ripples out from the banks. And as they land on distant sands, they offer trust and strength. And when the tide changes, it breathes new life into the ages. The littlest things can build a home and grow to heights they've never known. But no matter where this good life takes you, the magic little things stay true blue.
Now's the time to renew your home with Renewal by Andersen.
One call, we do it all.
So call today and save 20% off the complete job. From start to finish, you'll get the Renewal by Andersen peace of mind of a superior product backed by guaranteed installation.
But don't wait. If you call today, you'll save 20% off of everything.
That's 20% off every window, door, upgrade, and installation of your new windows.
Plus pay nothing for 18 months.
Renewal by Andersen, the better way to a better window.
We got everything from floor to ceiling, windows, doors, and more. Kitchens and baths, imagine that. Topeka's Home Show. You got to go.
It's the 56th annual Topeka Home Show, March 9th through the 11th. See the latest home trends, talk one-on-one with the professionals, receive promotional offers, and enter to win tickets to the St. Jude's Dream Home Giveaway.
Topeka's Home Show. You've got to go.
The 56th annual Topeka Home Show, March 9th through the 11th at the Kansas Expo Center.
Coming to the Kansas Expo Center Tuesday, February 27th. Get 25% off when you use the promo code SAVE25 at Ticketmaster.com.
It's only February and already the U.S. has experienced 140 data breaches. The Identity Theft Resource Center said that means roughly 3 million records have been exposed since the beginning of the year. The business sector has been hacked the most, followed by medical records. Taking a look at Wall Street, the Dow closed up 347 points on Friday. The Nasdaq followed that trend, adding 127 points. Another company is getting in on the self-driving car business, Nissan. According to the Japanese company's management, Easy Ride is envisioned as a mobility service for anyone who wants to travel freely to their destination of choice in a robo-vehicle. The program is being tested out in Japan. Car competitors including General Motors, Volkswagen, and Toyota have already created autonomous vehicle programs. A new study says the richer people get, the less happy they become. Once a household reaches an income of $105,000, any more money reduces satisfaction and level of well-being. That study is published in the journal Nature Human Behavior. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. In New York, I'm Laura Podesta.
Well, it's that time. Several kids from Northeast Kansas are celebrating their special day today, and it's time to take a moment and add them to our Ultimate Birthday Club sponsored by Wendy's. First up, we have blonde cutie Liam Carlson, who is 4 years old today. And rounding out birthdays, we have future sports star Ethan Seaver, who is 7 years old. Happy birthday, guys. We hope you get everything you wish for and more. And if you have a child turning 13 years old or younger with a birthday coming up, upload their photo to our website at wibw.com/thismorning, and please get it into us at least 2 weeks before their big day. Now here's Peyton with another quick look at the forecast.
Good morning. It is a cloudy, gray start to the day for most of northeast Kansas with some areas of fog and some freezing drizzle out there, especially farther north near the Nebraska border. You go farther south, though, and we're still above freezing here in Topeka and not a whole lot to see. Look at our visibility there, 1.7 miles, and you really can't see a whole lot. It is very cloudy and lots of fog in the area this morning, 35 degrees, and we do not expect any sort of slick roadways in Topeka today as our temperatures will stay above freezing. But you go farther north, you can see the colder air below freezing near the Nebraska border. We have 31 in Holton right now, 30 in Hiawatha, 27 in Concordia, and those will be the places where we will have some of that freezing drizzle continuing off and on throughout the day. So for today, our temperatures are not going to climb a whole lot. It's going to be a pretty chilly day, upper 30s for daytime highs, so probably want the jacket if you're heading out and about, or maybe even the coat as well, with some scattered rain showers and again, some of that freezing drizzle farther to the north. Heading on through the day tomorrow, though, the second half of the weekend looks pretty nice. We are dry and warmer, and that warming trend, it continues into next week as well. Highs could be chasing 60. I'll be back with the full 8-day forecast right after this.
Sure you're fine with getting rid of the trophy case?
Yep.
And the carpet?
Mm-hmm.
And that?
Yes.
Platinum Plus offers extreme hide. Plus, it's up to 50% more washable and stain resistant than a leading premium paint. Menards and Dutch Boy Paint have you covered. Go ahead, live your life.
Right now at Menards, get 11% off everything, including Dutch Boy Paint.
Hey, looks like you could use some new floors. Come to Carpet One during our famous sales tax paid flooring sale. That's right, now buy any carpet, any floor, and we'll pay the sales tax for you. Choose from all major brands and we'll pay the sales tax for you. Choose any color, any style, hardwood, carpet, or tile, and we'll pay the sales tax for you. Save hundreds of dollars, 3-year no-interest financing too. The sales tax paid sale at Carpet One. We make it beautiful for less.
Sitting at home just feeling blue. You get an idea, you know just what to do. Grab your keys and say let's go. You deserve to have it all. finding everything for your home at the Furniture Mall. Fun choices and rooms for less, smiles at every corner, and a better night's sleep awaits your dreams at the Furniture Mall. The fun of shopping, ideas keep coming. That happy tune you're humming means you just found something great. Now your home looks so much better, and you owe it all, yes, you owe it all to the Furniture Mall. That's the Furniture Mall of Kansas. Oh yeah.
This is your 13 weather forecast with Peyton Sanders.
Good morning. It is a cold start to the day, and it's going to be a pretty chilly day across most of northeast Kansas as we do see some scattered rain showers heading our way, and some freezing drizzle will continue for places farther north. In fact, we have a winter weather advisory. It just does not stop. We've seen multiple rounds of winter weather this week, and this should be the final round for a while here across northeast Kansas. Some freezing drizzle if you live in these counties shaded in purple. This advisory in effect until 3 o'clock this afternoon. And right now from Manhattan, you can see some wet roadways with some drizzle across the area. And here in Topeka right now, you can see lots of fog, cloudy skies. Our current temperature here in the capital city is 35 degrees. Feels like 30 with a light easterly wind, but notice we are above freezing, and we do expect to stay above freezing, at least here in Topeka, as we move on throughout the entire day today. And you can see temperatures right around or above freezing if you go south of I-70. Farther north, though, you can still see the colder air. 30 right now in Hiawatha, 32 degrees the current temperature in Clay Center. And again, the areas farther north will have the best chance for some continued slick roadways throughout the day today with some freezing drizzle that will continue. And as we take a look at the satellite radar picture right now, if you've checked the radar out on the WIBW app this morning, you can really see there's not much in the way of returns on the radar right now. It's really just some light, fine mist across most of northeast Kansas currently, but we go farther to the south, you can see some scattered rain showers and even a few isolated thunderstorms moving towards central Oklahoma. And this batch of rain is pushing to the northeast. That will bring some more rain here to parts of northeast Kansas as we move on throughout the day today. You'll see that here on Supercast, areas of pink indicating some of that light freezing drizzle. Nothing that's going to be all that heavy, but just enough where there could still be some slick spots farther north throughout the day today. But here comes that batch of rain showers late this morning by around 11 o'clock and then continuing into this afternoon, mainly for areas east of Council Grove to Holton. So Topeka, Lawrence could be looking at some showers heading on into this afternoon. The shades of blue that you see here farther north, that's just going to be some freezing drizzle and maybe a few light snow flurries. And notice the temperatures near the Nebraska border do stay just below freezing. So that's why I always say there could still be some slick spots even heading on into this afternoon. But by this evening, we do begin to dry out. We might actually break out into a little bit of some sunshine before the sun sets this evening, and our temperatures will make it into the middle to upper 30s for afternoon highs. Now, heading overnight tonight, it's going to be clear. The winds will be light, and that'll allow us to turn cold. Temperatures 8 o'clock tomorrow morning in the upper 20s to right around 30 degrees. The second half of your weekend, a much different story. Lots of sunshine, just a few high clouds, and look at the temperatures. This is going to feel very nice after all of this wintry weather that we've seen recently. Tomorrow, widespread 50s are in the forecast, so we just have to get through one more chilly and soggy day today before we do see a quick turnaround heading on through the second half of the weekend. And if you are ready for some even milder temperatures, good news as we move on into the week ahead. Mild temperatures do make it back into the area, close to 60 on Monday. We will make it well into the 60s for Tuesday afternoon, and it looks like that mild weather will continue into Wednesday as well, with high temperatures right around the 60-degree mark, so feeling a little bit more like spring as we move on into the week ahead. And we do stay dry as well. No more wintry weather for a good chunk of time here as we move on through the next several days. 64 on Tuesday, a chance for some rain showers and maybe a few thunderstorms on Wednesday with a high near 60. And as March begins on Thursday, just a little bit cooler, but still mild with high temperatures in the low 50s.
All right, Peyton, looking forward to that warmer weather. Thank you. Coming up, what Kansas head coach Bill Self had to say about a recent Yahoo Sports report. Plus, the Kansas City Chiefs making headlines for another big trade. Who's leaving? That's next in 13 Sports.
Have a great day.
You ready, babe?
Yep.
How do you become the most trusted brand of SUVs?
We've got room.
You make it for those who are running a bit late. Run into a little trouble. or might just be running low.
Alexa, tell Starbucks to start my usual order.
That's Ford, and that's how you become the most trusted brand of SUVs. Get $3,500 cash back or lease a 2018 Escape for just $239 a month, only at your Midwest Ford dealers.
If you need a new mattress, the time to buy is right now during Lebeda Mattress Factory's President's Day mattress sale. Today at Lebeda, save up to 60% on luxurious mattress sets, cool gel memory foam beds, and adjustable beds with power bases. Get a flippable pillow plush queen set with memory foam, now just $5.99, with free delivery and a free bed frame. Save even more with up to $300 off closeout colors and floor models. Plus, get 0% financing for up to 4 years at the President's Day mattress sale at Lebeda Mattress Factory.
At Kevin Brennan Family Funeral Home, we treat people the way they want to be treated, the way they deserve to be treated, and the way we would want to be treated if we were in their position. Kevin wrote our mission statement before we ever opened our doors, and it's still true to this day. For that very reason, families served refer to us as the angels on the hill. In your time of need, allow us the privilege of caring for your family. Kevin Brennan Family Funeral Home, 29th and Urish Road.
What time is it? It's time for Bubble Guppies! Making waves with a tour now across the U.S. Nickelodeon's Bubble Guppies Live, ready to rock! Join Molly, Gil, Mr. Grouper, and the whole gang as they rock and roll with some totally fantastic tunes. Don't miss Nickelodeon's Bubble Guppies Live, ready to rock! For more information on how to join this fantastic adventure, you can go to BubbleGuppiesLive.com.
Playing Topeka Performing Arts Center February 28th. Tickets at BubbleGuppiesLive.com.
13 Sports with Chris Lilly.
Hello, everyone. Over the past month, there have been rumors that the Chiefs were shopping All-Pro cornerback Marcus Peters, but they couldn't be true, right? Peters is Kansas City's best corner and maybe best all-around defender. Well, all of Chiefs Kingdom was left in shock yesterday. According to ESPN, the Chiefs have finalized a trade that'll send corner Marcus Peters to the Los Angeles Rams. The Chiefs most likely won't be getting any players back, just draft picks in return. Peters drew criticism during his time in Kansas City for pregame protests and losing his cool on the field, costing the Chiefs. He still had 46 tackles, 5 interceptions, and 9 passes defended in 2017. Peters has been in the NFL for 3 years, and no one has been a ball hawk like he has. Peters has 25 career takeaways, which includes 19 interceptions and 6 fumbles. Peters is also the first person since Ed Reed in 2002 through 2004 to have at least 5 interceptions in each of his first 3 seasons. It's elite company. A Yahoo Sports report from yesterday rocked the college basketball world, and it has possible reaches to the Sunflower State. Yahoo Sports says in a federal investigation into college basketball, there has been a discovery of potential impermissible benefits and preferential treatment for players and families. The report alleges Apple Jones, the mother of former Kansas Jayhawks star Josh Jackson, received a loan of $2,700 before Jackson committed to KU. Jones denies ever taking any money from the ASM Sports Agency. NCAA President Mark Emmert released a statement saying that if these allegations are true, point to systematic failures that must be fixed and fixed now if we want college sports in America. There is around 20 players in schools, former and current, that were named in this FBI report. In a statement last night, Coach Bill Self said he and the administration are evaluating the credibility of the information, and they do not use the agency in question for any purpose. That's a continuing story, and we will follow that online at WIBW.com as well. That's it for Morning Sports. Have a great day.
You know, in banking, there are certain things that are expected. Stale coffee? We got it. Wood paneling? Yep. Mobile wallet and easy checking? Check. But what sets us apart is something you can't buy. It's something that's taken us over 140 years to develop. Something so powerful it can hardly be put into words. But we did it. We put it into words. It's the strength of the Kaw! Kaw Valley Bank. Service so strong it'll make your goat faint. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. No goats were harmed in the making of this film.
Stagecoach! It's the Patterson Legal Group. Someone's gonna pay.
Our client's been in a car wreck. Where's the insurance guy?
It's time to pay our client for damages.
They deserve more. There's lots of pain and suffering.
You really don't want to see us in court, so pay it all now.
Hurt in a car wreck?
Call the good guys. We're Tyler
and Gary, the Patterson Legal Group.
Call 431-0000.
Remember this.
Hey, Penny,
Years ago, little Kaiser Dugan taught us
If you can't see ahead, your tires aren't okay.
good information then as it is now.
I hope you take care of me when I start driving too.
Performance Tire and Wheel is still here to take care of a third generation of Dugan drivers with the same quality and service that's expected from a quality tire shop. Because in life, you don't get rehearsals, and there are plenty of bloopers.
I hope you take care of me when I start.
That's why Performance Tire and Wheel is always here for you, keeping you safe on the road.
Find extra comfort, discover extra time, search for extra value, and get something extra this Friday and Saturday during Nebraska Furniture Mart's Extra Sale. Get extra sale deals throughout the store. With qualifying purchase this Friday and Saturday, get a free 6-piece utensil set. Take some extra time with 20-month financing on qualifying purchases. Shop our huge selection and get all the extras during the Extra Sale. Plus, enter to win a trip to Italy at Nebraska Furniture Mart.
You're watching 13 News, Kansas News Leader.
Well, video games have come a long way from Pac-Man and Mario. The latest market report released this week projects esports will generate more than $900 million in revenue this year. That's up 38% from last year alone. You'll even find some competitive esports teams on college campuses now. But that's also given rise to something else. For the first time, the World Health Organization is poising to classify gaming disorder as a mental health problem. In this morning's To Your Health, we ask the experts when a passion becomes a problem.
It's like, I'm gonna get you.
Will Musterman and David Salas grew up with video games.
Ever since I was a little kid, just playing on the console.
And I'd play with my dad, the old Nintendo 64.
I just defeated one of my enemies.
What drew them in then
I was more introverted, so I didn't want to hang out and go out.
is drawing them out now.
What are you doing?
As they've grown up, so has gaming.
It's so much more social. I think because the internet allows you to connect to more people. It's fun, and it helps some socially awkward people like myself make friends.
Not to mention, as founders of Washburn's League of Legends Club, fueling their competitive side.
Well, in terms of sports and video games, they do have one thing in common, and that is that you want to win.
Clinical psychologist Mary Wilson says those are the bright sides.
A video game provides healthy social relationships. They're meeting and doing things together. That's great. And there are certain video games that can enhance aspects of cognitive functioning.
But for some, the digital drama leads to darkness. While it may not have the same physical component as alcohol or drug addiction, research shows it may impact neurotransmitters in the brain. Wilson says gaming crosses the line when it impacts other areas of life.
If you have a teenager who stays up all night playing video games, and then they can't get up for school the next day, or they're falling asleep in class, and so they're not learning. Or if you have an adult who focuses on video games and neglects important relationships, like with a spouse or other family members, well, that's impairment, and that's a problem.
Wilson says it's often not the games themselves, but a condition such as ADHD, autism spectrum disorder, social anxiety, or depression that makes it difficult for a person to transition away from games.
Can find them very stimulating and exciting, and more so than other parts of their life.
Wilson says parents can help by setting limits early.
Be thoughtful about how you allow video games into your child's life.
This group says it's about balance.
Life comes first and then gaming comes second. You don't want to get gaming before life.
Doing that, they say, has changed their lives for the better.
So I think it actually helped me as an introvert to actually express and talk to other people.
Coming to college, I was nervous. I mean, I met people that I'm gonna more than likely talk to for the rest of my life because of our similar interests in video games.
Dr. Wilson says the issue of balancing time spent gaming isn't unlike issues people have with excessive time spent on social media. The top news stories of the day and your area forecast straight ahead. 13 News Saturday Morning Edition continues right after this.
It's Ram Truck Month, so long live the trucks with best-in-class 30,000 pounds of fifth-wheel towing and class-exclusive features. They don't just inspire passion, they help it grow stronger.
We're starting 2018 off with a bang. Call us to see how. Call now.
Missing breadcrumbs, magic beans, a glass slipper? Someone evil is stealing all the props. Topeka Civic Theater proudly presents Nick Tickle, Fairy Tale Detective, an Academy Series show running February 16th through the 25th. With his crazy detective reasoning, Nick Tickle is out to solve his toughest case ever, and he may require some help from you. There's plenty of laughs in this film noir-style show for kids and adults, too. Get tickets for Nick Tickle, Fairy Tale Detective now at the Topeka Civic Theater box office or visit topekacivictheater.com.
It's Ram Truck Month, where strength, loyalty, and dependability all equate to great deals on Ram trucks. Finance and get an average $14,309 in total values on the 2018 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab. Hurry to your local Ram dealer.
13 News This Morning, weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. You're watching 13 News, Kansas News Leader.
Welcome back. Halfway through the show means we need an update on weather for folks just getting up today. Peyton Sanders over there in the Weather Center. What can you tell us?
Good morning, Erica. Well, we are watching some areas of freezing drizzle, especially north of I-70 this morning, and I do think that will continue even into this afternoon. So if you'll be heading out and about in those areas, do use extra caution. There could be some slick spots, especially on bridges, overpasses, and anything untreated as our temperatures are below freezing. And it's for these areas shaded in purple. Winter weather advisory in effect until 3 o'clock this afternoon. These areas will have the highest likelihood of seeing some freezing drizzle continuing on here through the first half of the weekend. Farther south, if you live in the areas shaded in green, we'll continue with some drizzle, and then a batch of rain showers is going to be moving out of Oklahoma today. Our temperatures are well above freezing farther southeast, so a lot of this is going to be falling as just regular rain. You can see it looks like we're dry right now, but that fine mist is pretty hard to detect on radar, and it is widespread across most of northeast Kansas, along with some areas of fog. Here's that next batch of rain pushing northeastward out of Oklahoma right now. You see some scattered showers and thunderstorms heading our way. No thunderstorms here in our area, but we do expect at least some more moisture in the form of rain pushing out of Oklahoma as we move on through late this morning and into this afternoon. Foggy and cloudy right now in Topeka. Here's the view from the top of the Jayhawk Tower. We have 35 degrees, reduced visibility and some patchy fog. East winds right now at 6 miles per hour. And a look at our headlines tomorrow. After all of this wintry weather that we've seen this week, we do finally dry out and warm up. And it does look like that warming trend will continue into next week as well. I'll be back with a look at the full 8-day forecast in about 10 minutes.
All right, thanks, Peyton. Jury selection is underway for the man accused of shooting a Topeka police detective. Christopher Harris faces charges including attempted capital murder, aggravated assault of a law enforcement officer, and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. About 125 prospective jurors were called in for an initial screening on Friday. Attorneys expect to see a jury Monday, with the trial lasting all next week. Police say Harris held up the Oak Mart convenience store on November 5th, 2016. When police caught up with him, they say Harris exchanged gunfire with Detective Brian Hill. Harris also was wounded. A Topeka man will serve more than 19 years in prison for a 2015 stabbing death. Caleb Cantazar was sentenced on Friday to 233 months in prison for voluntary manslaughter. Authorities say Cantazar stabbed Taryn Holloway after a confrontation at a gas station. Cantazar fled while Holloway drove to 1035 Southeast Lawrence Street, where he was later found dead in the driver's seat. In the middle of this terrible flu season, Ogden Elementary School is getting Fluent and stopping the spread of classroom illness. They're part of a free national health program called Fluency. It gives smart thermometers to all of the students and family and staff members. The thermometer syncs with an app to let families know what sickness is going around their child's school so they can catch symptoms early.
Sometimes kids come in, I kind of have a sore throat, and you're kind of like, oh, okay. But you know, if there's been a history of sore throats and the app is showing me that 10 kids are out with sore throats, I'm going to look at that a little bit different as a nurse.
When parents go on and say, my child is sick and this is their fever or this is what symptoms they're having, then I can tell this is something that's going on at the school.
Ogden is among 7 Kansas schools selected for the program. The majority of American women who are attacked know their perpetrator. According to the Kansas Coalition Against Sexual and Domestic Violence, 1 in 3 Kansas women will be a victim of domestic violence in her lifetime. 13's Reagan Porter introduces us to a woman who watched as domestic abuse left her an orphan almost 25 years ago.
you know, it was like a bomb exploded in our family, and it, you know, it ripped us apart.
At just 10 years old, Genovia Hernandez witnessed situations most people don't see in a lifetime.
At the end of the day, he was my father. Like, you know, he was a very good father at times, and therein lies the torment.
Inside this Topeka home, Genovia's father pulled her hair and called her names, beat her 5 siblings, and in 1993, after 23 years of abuse and marriage, he shot her mother 7 times.
She was pretty afraid of him. You know, he was very strict and very demanding.
She had kicked him out of the house, and then that was on a Monday, and then on a Saturday he had broken in and ended up murdering her and then killing himself.
According to the Kansas Coalition Against Sexual and Domestic Violence, 1 in 7 homicides in Kansas is a result of domestic violence.
Your brain and your body is not designed to respond in the same way when it's someone who you have an attachment with.
McCormick says research shows our brains put subjects into different groups to protect ourselves and heighten our instincts. We know sharks and strangers are dangers, while pets, family, and friends are safe. So when a friend, uncle, or significant other crosses over to the danger zone, it can be difficult to comprehend and take action.
I mean, you're going to respond differently if you're threatened by someone who you care about.
Beyond physical abuse, McCormick says to look for emotional abuse, name-calling, mind games, or humiliation, intimidation, making you afraid by a look, action, or gesture, and economic abuse, keeping you from getting a job or making you ask for money.
I think that people who are perpetrating are really good at what they do. They're really good at manipulation. They're really good at setting up scenarios where the choice of the victim is either bad or even more bad.
McCormick says the question needs to shift from what can the victim do to how can we keep people from becoming perpetrators.
I think that if we could solve child abuse and childhood trauma, we would put me out of a job.
Genovia says her dad was a victim of child abuse and continued the cycle.
Somehow he couldn't overcome all the pain and grief that he felt, and I know he tried, but I think just the abuse and the trauma and the suffering was too much.
But Genovia and her siblings broke free, and now she volunteers at the YWCA to help others do the same.
And I just feel so fortunate that I get to give back in this city, you know, that this happened in. It's just been the most beautiful full circle thing that I could experience.
Reagan.
McCormick says it's not just women. 1 in 7 men have been victims of severe physical violence by an intimate partner. 3 friends in Emporia say they're living the dream, bringing craft beer and original dishes to the Flint Hills and beyond. This week's 13's AJ Dome took a fork in the road to Radius Brewing Company, where creativity and fun is served up daily.
The philosophy at Radius Brewing is simple.
There's no rules. That's what I love about food. Recipes are merely guidelines.
The craft brewery and restaurant is the brainchild of Gus Bays, the executive chef, and J.J. Johns, the brewmaster. Chad Swift was brought on later as general manager. He says 3 heads are better than 1.
It's a buddy story of 2 guys that know each other really well, and hey, you make some beer, I make some food, let's see what we can do with that.
After a lengthy fundraising and renovation process to get the old building up to snuff, Radius opened in April of 2014. Since then, it's been a popular stop for locals and travelers alike. William Shatner even stopped in during a cross-country charity motorcycle ride 3 years ago. Johns says the same thing that brought the Star Trek captain to Emporia continues to fill seats every day.
There's a big boom and people are after big flavors, good flavors, and also local flavors.
Radius keeps several of their own beers on tap. The William Allen Wheat and the IPA are their most popular ones right now. And you can even watch your mug being brewed, as the brewing tanks are the centerpiece of the restaurant.
It's funny, we get it a lot. So where do you guys brew your beer? And we just kind of, right behind you.
Bays also keeps local flavor by hiring culinary and hospitality students from Flint Hills Technical College right there in Emporia.
It's a great place to pull from, right here in the local area.
You have a lot of opportunity to do what you want. Chef's very lenient with the things, like you give him ideas and he'll go with it.
Bays says all of that collective culinary brainstorming has led to some pretty spectacular results, from brand new dishes to reimagined classics.
If I had told my instructors 20 years ago in school that mac and cheese would be an attractant to an establishment that I was behind, they'd laugh.
From local brews to local flavors and local decor, The ingredients combined to form an establishment the guys and the Emporia community are quite proud of.
We're just a bunch of people really getting to enjoy what we do, and it's a lot of fun.
AJ Dome, 13 News.
Radius is located at 610 Merchant in Emporia. They're open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. You can keep track of their daily specials and events on their Facebook page. Just search Radius Brewing. Coming up next, in our Salute the Badge series, we profile one officer making strides for mental health. That's next.
You're watching 13 News This Morning, Saturday edition with Erica Hall. 13 News, Kansas News Leader.
Beware. You're in an AT&T Slow Zone.
Yeah, we know.
You're not scared?
Nah, when we moved, we switched to Cox. Unlike AT&T, Cox has the same fast speeds everywhere.
You know what was scary? Our AT&T internet speeds. It seemed like we were buffering all the time.
Buffering just kills me.
Only Cox offers the same fast speeds everywhere. Get Cox high-speed internet starting at just $19.99 a month. Plus, ask about panoramic Wi-Fi.
You push yourself every day. Tempur-Pedic helps you recover every night. Only Tempur material precisely conforms to your body for up to twice as much pressure-relieving power, so you won't toss and turn. And you'll wake up feeling powerful.
Now at Slumberland, get up to $600 off select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets. Get $300 in bonus cash and pay no interest for 6 years on qualifying sets. Slumberland, it's a good life.
A careless driver wasn't watching the road and smashed right into me. I was seriously injured. He should have been paying attention.
You're right. He should have been paying attention. If you've been hurt by a careless driver, call me right now.
Mike made them pay. He got me $325,000.
If you've been hurt by a careless driver, just call me. I've got this.
Hurt in a car wreck? Call 785-444-4444.
You're watching 13 News, Kansas News Leader.
Mental health is a big concern in law enforcement, and in Topeka, officers are finding help for those where jail may not be the best option. And this morning, Salute the Badge, 13 Sean Wheat looks at this key part of the support system.
We've seen somebody really at their worst.
And when they're at their worst is when they need help the most. Shelby Moe works for Vallejo, but she has a radio number, is dispatched to calls, and works at the police department. It's a partnership between Vallejo, the Topeka Police Department, and Shawnee County Sheriff's Office called the Crisis Intervention Team.
We get out there and de-escalate the situation and try to get them hooked up with resources and just make sure that they're safe.
Oftentimes, when an officer is dispatched to a call, it is because someone is having a mental health issue.
Last year in 2017, only 2% of all of our mental health contacts went to jail, and that's out of approximately 1,600 mental health consumer contacts. So Shelby's instrumental about getting people services they need instead of them going to jail for something minor typically.
Moe patrols with officers and deputies, talking to people every day when they are needed.
There's a lot of times that people are in a crisis situation and they don't want law enforcement involved. They don't want to talk to an officer. And they want to talk to someone like myself that's a little bit less threatening and authoritative.
But it goes beyond just each call to consistent follow-up, especially for those who may not have the resources to get the help they need.
It's hard to stay on your meds when you're homeless. It's hard to stay on any kind of structure and schedule when you don't even have a place to live. So some of our folks that are living on the streets and that just don't have a bedside table to put their meds on to wake up in the morning and take them. I mean, that's where we have to provide as much education as we can.
And the need for people like Moe and the need for the intervention team is growing.
1 in 5 individuals have a mental health issue, whether that's depression all the way to schizophrenia. Just the fact that it's so prevalent in our country, we are starting to see it more and more, and people are more observant to it than they ever were.
Moe says she's very passionate about the work, not because it's a paycheck, but because it makes a difference in the community and in someone's life.
When you save one person, when you make one person's day worth living, it's a huge accomplishment in yourself, and it makes you feel good about yourself that you're able to put a smile on somebody's face when they really don't have a whole lot to live for in their mind.
Sean Wheat, 13 News.
The crisis intervention team will be growing soon. Sergeant Clam says more than half of officers have gone through a week-long training, and they plan to hire more staff too. We'll check weekend weather as 13 News Saturday edition continues after this.
Do you ever wish that you felt good about your smile? Are you tired of hiding your teeth because you're self-conscious? Maybe it's because of missing teeth, or you just don't like their appearance in general. At the Dental Implant Center of Northeast Kansas, we're not just fixing teeth, we are changing lives one smile at a time. For your extreme dental makeover, call 1-888-589-8100.
Now at Menards, save big money on your next project with 11% off everything. Save over $100 on this stone patio with bench. Save over $900 on this Waukesha deck. Save over $3,000 on this 3-car garage. Or go really big and save over $10,000 on this Cleveland home. There's no limit to how much you can save with 11% off everything. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Join us for the 15th annual Operation Soup Line at the Expo Center's Ag Hall. Enjoy a delicious lunch, carry out, or even delivery, and help Doorstep raise money for Topekans in need. For your tickets, call 357-5341 or download the delivery form at doorsteptopeka.org.
Find extra comfort, discover extra time, search for extra value, and get something extra this Friday and Saturday during Nebraska Furniture Mart's Extra Sale. Get extra sale deals throughout the store. With qualifying purchase this Friday and Saturday, get a free 6-piece utensil set. Take some extra time with 20-month financing on qualifying purchases. Shop our huge selection and get all the extras during the Extra Sale. Plus, enter to win a trip to Italy at Nebraska Furniture Mart.
Wherever you are, wherever you go, I don't wanna wait anymore.
This is your 13 weather forecast with Peyton Sanders.
Good morning. We do continue with a winter weather advisory for the northern sections of our area this morning. Side streets, anything that's untreated, bridges and overpasses are going to be slick if you live in these areas this morning, so use extra caution. This advisory in effect until 3 o'clock this afternoon. We could continue with some freezing drizzle and slick spots all the way into the afternoon hours as well. And it's a foggy, cloudy, gray start to the day here across northeast Kansas. This is the view from Topeka at the top of the Jayhawk Tower. 35 degrees is the 8 o'clock number here, so we don't expect any sort of slick spots with freezing drizzle here in Topeka today. We should stay above freezing heading on through the rest of the day. But you go farther north, that's where we are below freezing. It's 31 right now in Holden. We have 30 in Marysville, 28 the current temperature in Concordia. So that's why we say farther north, you have a better chance to encounter some slick spots with those temperatures that will likely stay below freezing throughout much of the day. Here's a look at the satellite radar picture right now. You really can't see a whole lot of the freezing drizzle on the radar. It's just so light and fine that the radar doesn't really pick it up that well. But what it is picking up is some moderate rainfall and even some thunderstorms now pushing into north central sections of Oklahoma. And all of this moisture is pushing to the northeast, so we do expect some more rain heading our way as we move on through the next couple of hours. I think it could arrive as soon as 11 o'clock, and it will continue heading into this afternoon. And you'll see that here on Supercast, areas of pink indicating some of that freezing drizzle, mainly north of I-70. That will continue into this afternoon. Here comes that batch of rain showers pushing up from the south, heading into the early afternoon hours, especially for areas east of the line from Council Grove to Holton. That's where we'll have the best chance for some soggy weather with some rain showers as we move on into this afternoon. And farther north, you can see the shades of blue. That's some continued freezing drizzle, maybe a few snow flurries as well. That will continue into the afternoon hours, but as we move on into the evening, we might actually break out into a little bit of some sunshine, but our temperatures do stay chilly as precipitation ends. High temperatures stay in the mid to upper 30s heading into this afternoon. Now, overnight tonight, starting out the second half of your weekend, it is going to be cold, upper 20s and lower 30s for temperatures, but a noticeable change tomorrow. We can finally say goodbye to all of this wintry weather. Just a few high clouds tomorrow with mostly sunny skies. It is going to be a very mild day, feeling very nice with widespread 50 50s expected heading into the second half of the weekend. And if you are looking forward to some more spring-like weather, we have some good news for you. It's going to be turning mild into the week ahead. 59 on Monday. How about middle 60s on Tuesday? This is going to feel very nice after all of this chilly weather that we've seen recently, and it continues into Wednesday as well, with a high temperature right around 60. And that milder weather comes with dry conditions as well. Lots of sunshine for the second half of the weekend, continuing into Monday as well. Some showers and a few thunderstorms possible on Wednesday, but no icy weather. That's the good news here. Just some more moisture heading our way by the middle of the week. And as March begins on Thursday, just a little bit cooler with a high temperature around 52. Stay tuned. Sports is coming up next.
Sitting at home just feeling blue. You get an idea, you know just what to do. Grab your keys and say let's go. You deserve to have it all. Finding everything for your home at the Furniture Mall. Fun choices and rooms for less. Smiles at every corner. And a better night's sleep awaits your dreams at the Furniture Mall. The fun of shopping, ideas keep coming. That happy tune you're humming means you just found something great. Now your home looks so much better. And you owe it all, yes you owe it all to the Furniture Mall. That's the Furniture Mall of Kansas. Oh yeah.
Having moderate to severe plaque psoriasis is not always easy. It's a long-distance run, and you have the determination to keep going. Humira has a proven track record of being prescribed for over 10 years. Humira works inside the body to target and help block a specific source of inflammation that contributes to symptoms. In clinical trials, most adults taking Humira were clear or almost clear, and many saw 75% and even 90% clearance in just 4 months.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal infections and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Before treatment, get tested for TB. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Join over 250,000 people who have chosen Humira. Ask about the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists. Humira and go.
Folks, high-volume discounts are great. The more raw material I buy to make our siding, the more rebates I get. To start 2018 off with a bang, I'm going to pass on all of the 2017 rebates to you. That's big savings. You'll have a more beautiful home, and I'll get a lower raw material cost. This is a win-win, folks, but these rebates will run out fast, so call now.
13 Sports with Chris Lilly.
Hello, everyone. Over the past month, there have been rumors that the Chiefs were shopping All-Pro cornerback Marcus Peters, but they couldn't be true, right? Peters is Kansas City's best corner and maybe best all-around defender. Well, all of Chiefs Kingdom was left in shock yesterday. According to ESPN, the Chiefs have finalized a trade that'll send corner Marcus Peters to the Los Angeles Rams. The Chiefs most likely won't be getting any players back, just draft picks in return. Peters drew criticism during his time in Kansas City for pregame protests and losing his cool on the field, costing the Chiefs. He still had 46 tackles, 5 interceptions, and 9 passes defended in 2017. Peters has been in the NFL for 3 years, and no one has been a ball hawk like he has. Peters has 25 career takeaways, which includes 19 interceptions and 6 fumbles. Peters is also the first person since Ed Reed in 2002 through 2004 to have at least 5 interceptions in each of his first 3 seasons. It's elite company. A Yahoo Sports report from yesterday rocked the college basketball world, and it has possible reaches to the Sunflower State. Yahoo Sports says in a federal investigation into college basketball, there has been a discovery of potential impermissible benefits and preferential treatment for players and families. The report alleges Apple Jones, the mother of former Kansas Jayhawks star Josh Jackson, received a loan of $2,700 before Jackson committed to KU. Jones denies ever taking any money from the ASM Sports Agency. NCAA President Mark Emmert released a statement saying that if these allegations are true, point to systematic failures that must be fixed and fixed now if we want college sports in America. There is Around 20 players in schools, former and current, that were named in this FBI report. In a statement last night, Coach Bill Self said he and the administration are evaluating the credibility of the information, and they do not use the agency in question for any purpose. That's a continuing story, and we will follow that online at WIBW.com as well. That's it for Morning Sports. Have a great day.
It's the Mattress Hub Tax Time Savings Event, and we're giving you the best deals on the best brands in sleep. Find Sealy and new Sealy hybrid mattresses marked down up to 50% off, including Sealy pillow tops from just $399. Or save up to $600 on America's most recommended bed, Tempur-Pedic, and find free delivery and no interest financing up to 60 months. Hurry in to let us help you sleep better and live better, only at the Mattress Hub.
Follow the cheap sheet to the Mattress Hub.
Stauffer Lawn and Landscape. Service, style, originality. Whether it's landscaping, irrigation, retaining walls, or patios, we can make your not-so-pleasing space into a space you and your family can enjoy. To request a quote, visit staufferlawn.com.
What time is it? It's time for Bubble Guppies! Making waves with a tour now across the U.S. Nickelodeon's Bubble Guppies Live, ready to rock! Join Molly, Gil, Mr. Grouper, and the whole gang as they rock and roll with some totally fantastic tunes. Don't miss Nickelodeon's Bubble Guppies Live, ready to rock! For more information on how to join this fantastic adventure, you can go to BubbleGuppiesLive.com.
Playing Topeka Performing Arts Center February 28th. Tickets at BubbleGuppiesLive.com.
Stay updated all day long by adding 13 News to your Alexa.
Here's your flash briefing from WIBW News.
From the 13 Newsroom, I'm Chris Fisher.
Click Get More Flash Briefing content under the Flash Briefing settings. Search for WIBW. Click Enable and you're all set.
Washington News isn't just national. You need to know how politicians' decisions affect you.
Our team of reporters is here to hold your lawmakers accountable.
We work just steps away from the Capitol.
We know you're members of Congress.
And they know us. Our Bureau is here to get you the information you deserve. When news in Washington impacts you and your family, count on us.
13 News, live, local, experience.
You're watching 13 News, Kansas News Leader.
We'll continue with freezing drizzle for places farther north today, and there's also about just some rain showers moving out of Oklahoma. That will affect places like Council Grove, Topeka, Lawrence as we move on through the next few hours and continuing into this afternoon. We dry out tonight, clear skies, but it is cold with lows in the 20s. And on the 8-day forecast, lots of sunshine, much milder tomorrow, 52, and we are making it back into the middle 60s by the time we hit Tuesday.
All right, Peyton. Attention horse lovers and Peyton. Equifest hits Topeka this weekend. The event runs through Sunday at the Kansas Expo Center. Equifest is one of the largest trade shows in the Midwest. You'll see presentations from the Fort Riley Color Guard, the Jumper Classic, and the Cowboys bringing home the beef during the Ranch Rodeo. You can buy tickets at the door. Sounds
cool.
pretty fun.
Yeah.
Do you like horses?
I have never ridden a horse.
Really?
No.
Oh, that's your opportunity.
Yeah.
That's all the time we have for this morning. Join us back here later for 13 News at 6. Have a great weekend.
And the latest news, weather, and sports at WIBW.com or follow WIBW on Twitter, Facebook, and our mobile app. Thank you for making 13 News the most watched weekend newscast.
Okay, it's Ford Truck Month, and here's how it works. You take F-150, Motor Trend's Truck of the Year, work in best-in-class towing and payload, sweeten up the offer, and boom, look who just saved a stack of cash. Step on it, sport. Drive home America's best-selling truck 41 years straight. Ford Truck Month is here. It's buy now time, people. During Truck Month, get up to $10,500 total savings on F-150 plus a no-charge 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain service plan. Only at your Midwest Ford dealers.
Now's the time to renew your home with Renewal by Anderson.
One call, we do it all.
So call today and save 20% off the complete job. From start to finish, you'll get the Renewal by Anderson peace of mind of a superior product backed by guaranteed installation.
But don't wait. If you call today, you'll save 20% off of everything.
That's 20% off every window, door, upgrade, and installation of your new windows.
Plus pay nothing for 18 months.
Renewal by Anderson, the better way to a better window.
If you need a new mattress, the time to buy is right now during Lebeda Mattress Factory's President's Day mattress sale. Today at Lebeda, save up to 60% on luxurious mattress sets, cool gel memory foam beds, and adjustable beds with power bases. Get a flippable pillow plush queen set with memory foam, now just $5.99, with free delivery and a free bed frame. Save even more with up to $300 off closeout colors and floor models. Plus, get 0% financing for up to 4 years at the President's Day mattress sale at Lebeda Mattress Factory.
Hey, looks like you could use some new floors. Come to Carpet One during our famous sales tax paid flooring sale. That's right, now buy any carpet, any floor, and we'll pay the sales tax for you. Choose from all major brands and we'll pay the sales tax for you. Choose any color, any style, hardwood, carpet, or tile, and we'll pay the sales tax for you. Save hundreds of dollars, 3-year no-interest financing too. The sales tax paid sale at Carpet One. We make it beautiful for less.
The Talk, weekdays at 1 p.m.
You're watching CBS. When you see this symbol, you know you're watching a show that's educational and informational. The CBS Dream Team. It's epic.
Today on Lucky Dog, a poodle mix puppy will need to learn all the basics.
Nope, that's not gonna work. When we first begin, Scout is jumping around, out of control, and it's a complete disaster.
He'll form an inseparable bond.
Scout's learning through Thumper's lead exactly what to do.
And discover there's a big world out there waiting for him.
I'm a breast cancer survivor. I was given a second chance, and now he's got his second chance in my family. Hey.
I'm Brandon McMillan, and I've dedicated my life to saving the lonely, unwanted dogs that are living without hope. My mission is to make sure these amazing animals find a purpose, a family, and a place to call home. Today, one dog will be saved, and one family will have a new best friend. This is Lucky Dog.
Presented by Cosequin Joint Health Supplements.
Okay, first things first with the heel. See this right here? Now I got her attention, okay? Now I'm gonna get her to heel. Look at the leash. Every time she jumps for it, I pull it away. Heel, heel, heel. Look at the leash now, good, good, heel.
Today, Brandon is in Lancaster, South Carolina.
Heel.
Giving a training demonstration at the headquarters of sponsor and pet supplement manufacturer, Nutramax Laboratories Veterinary Sciences.
Heel, good, good. Try that.
During a break, Brandon tours the factory.
Hey, welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Hey, how you doing? Meeting several workers and fans along the way.
How are you? How are you, Brandon?
Everyone smile. As he wraps up his day, he meets one employee who is interested in more than an autograph.
We just lost our family dog, and so I've been looking for a rescue. Any advice?
What kind of dog you look for?
We travel a good bit, so maybe something smaller.
I'll tell you what, I'm actually going to be back out here next week. So
Okay.
we can talk more about it. Do you have a card?
I do.
All right, I'll call you up and we can talk about it more.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Nice
Good
to meet
meeting
you. All right. Thank you.
On the way out to catch his flight, Brandon receives an urgent text about a puppy. Back in Los Angeles, Brandon heads to the shelter.
I got a text from the shelter, and they say they have what appears to be a poodle mix. He's very young. They say he's probably between 10 to 12 weeks old. And he was surrendered by his previous family to the shelter for one of the most ridiculous reasons I've ever heard. He had fleas. That was it. Anybody who knows a thing or two about dogs knows that you can get rid of fleas with a simple flea bath. But regardless of the reason he was surrendered, the dog is now stuck behind bars in the shelter. So I'm gonna get down there and see what I can do with this little guy.
Hey, is that you? Is that you? Is that you? Is that you? Yeah, it is. I recognize you.
Only 10 weeks old, Scout is scared to be in the shelter
Let me in.
and jumps at the chance to take refuge in Brandon's arms.
No age is the right age to be in here, but you're too young. I can tell you're terrified. How about you and me? Go for a little drive. You're gonna like where you're going, trust me.
Because puppies are more susceptible to illnesses, Brandon takes Scout to the veterinarian to make sure he has a clean bill of health.
Hey, Alex, how are you?
Hey, Brent, I'm good.
This is Scout. He's here to see Dr. Nardi.
Awesome. She'll meet you in room 1.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hey, Dr. Nardi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing well.
Hi.
Say hi, Scout. So the shelter did treat him for the fleas, but I want you to just do a double check to make sure he has none.
Of course.
And also do an examination on him. He's a puppy. Let's make sure he's healthy.
Sure. I'm going to look through his entire coat here. I don't see any debris, which is good. It'd be real easy to see him in this white hair. I don't see any flea dirt. Yeah, I think he looks very good. I definitely want to get him on a flea and tick preventive.
Okay.
And I'll have you just pick that up when we're done.